Okay, dokie. So once you have made your two domes, and of course this will be textured. So this side, one side, your silver side, should be domed. So this is textured. I don't care what texture you use, just needs to be textured. And you can see that the two domes are domed at different depths. You don't want them to be the same depth. So the second one, so you'll texture one on the outside and one on the inside. Then you'll take this, and in this case, I'm going to cut this out. And it would have been good for me if I had textured the whole piece, but I didn't have that as an option. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drilling a little hole just on the inside here. Just like that. And I'm going to take my jeweler's saw and I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to cut this out. Take your time, do a good job. Plan out your design. Doesn't really matter what design you cut out of here. Now in this case I've cut just this little interesting shape. Now I can tell that this side here isn't quite as round as I'd like it to be, so before I continue, I'm gonna take a little bit more. That's a bit better. Now, this piece here is going to fit, because I used the same model, it's going to fit right in here nicely, and it's going to leave a gap between the two, so you'll have this lovely cast shadow on the inside. And that's why we want to put the second one a little bit lower. So like I showed you in part one of this video, when you're compressing the using your hydraulic press, you want to pay attention to your pressure, but you want to also take a moment, stop, and start again when it comes to knowing how deep you want to go. Now, I just use scrap for this one, but you're going to want to use something slightly better. This should be 1 millimeter or 0.75. Now what we're going to do is we're going to leave, and I guess you could do this with dividers and mark a divider line. You're going to take your dividers, and using this outside edge, whatever it is, as a spacer, you're going to follow along that edge. And again, I used a piece of scrap copper for this. This will be silver in your actual piece. And just follow that along. And that's just to give us a nice parallel edge. I'm going to cut that off. Leave your dividers set to where they are. Oopsies. Every once in a while you break a blade. It happens. Especially with the nice sticky copper. And always cut to the outside of your line. So you can file down to it. Now I don't have to be too precise right now. I am going to file. I'm going to file that all down, but before I do, I want to get this into here. So I'm just going to line it up so that the distance around the edge of there is about the same. And then I'm just going to use a divider. If I can find it. Here it is. And I'm just going to use this one here to mark this one. Just like that. And then we cut this one out. You can hear the difference between copper and brass. Brass, not quite as sticky. Yeah. Again, I'm cutting to the outside. So I have this piece and I have this piece, and again this should be textured on the outside. So they are designed to be put together like this so that I'll be able to see the other material through the inside. Once you've done this, you're just going to go around and making sure that these are properly aligned and you have space for this. Do not put a rivet right at the, I guess you could put one at the bottom. So one right at the bottom, one right at this edge, one right at this edge. Now the top one is actually going to be a hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one here and one over here. And then I'm going to take my drill bit of the appropriate size, at least a 0.8. And without this being on there, I'm going to drill out this guy here. And then go around, drill out all of them. You need these to be properly spaced. I did not measure or double check anything. I just kind of eyed it. And then again, because I'm putting a hole so I'm putting a hole in the middle, and what that is that's going to be for my bail, and I'm going to measure out, make sure these are separated the correct amount here. Should be like that. And then I go from the center of this one. So this one here is just a little bit further out there. We'll do it. So now once I have all of those drilled, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by lining this up again, just like before. I'm going to hold this. I'm going to start with 3 rivets first. So I'm going to drill through the copper into the brass. You'll be doing silver and copper or silver and brass. That lets me line up those 2 holes. That lines up those 2. Now, what I want to do on the back side is I want to get, in this case, I'm going to use some 0.75 wire. Actually, this is 0.8 wire, but whatever. And I want large, interesting. So remember, the copper piece here is supposed to be silver. So I can put that together and I can rivet this like this. And then I can do the same thing here and rivet this together. Once I have those 2 riveted, then I'll go around, I'll drill this one out, rivet this one, and then continue around till they're all riveted out or riveted together. And then this hole right here, that's where you're going to put your bail. So standard, properly made bail. I'm not going to go through that again. You can watch my bail making video. I'm just checking to see if I have one sitting around here that I can show you how this is going to go together. Of course not. That would be too easy. So let me see. Maybe I have one in here. Nope. Great. So you're gonna make your bail, and it's gonna go right through this guy here, the center hole, and then that'll give you this reversible pendant that'll either be domed on one side. Once you have all of these done and joined, before you put that final bail hole through, so this is together, riveted together, you're just going to file both of these materials nice and evenly, so that, and again, because they're riveted together, I should see a nice smooth line right along here. And step and repeat. Obviously, you're not going to use scrap material for this. And then what this is going to do is going to give you a double domed reversible pendant, so that you have this on one side. And again, I could put them this way. You just have to plan it out. But for for your first try, make sure that I get this correct. This goes here. For your first try, I would do this. And again, your bail, here's a bail. It's unfortunately on this other piece. Your bail's going to go right there. So it can either be worn this way or this way. So just when you're doing your cutout, just make an interesting design, like a little, honestly, a little pine tree might be nice in here. Because it's hidden, it'll be somewhat protected. Good texture on both sides. And then you just clean up this whole edge, give it a polish, and you're done. It's that easy.